wake up, this is what you gotta do. You gotta crush the day before it crushes you. Every day I'm here to motivate, lead the way in the AM. I don't want you to hear these words, I need you to feel what I'm saying. Oh, you gotta crush the day before it crushes you. You gotta crush the day before it crushes you. In the building, Jimmy Wilson, motivation's coming, I can feel it. First thing that you need to do is crush the day before it crushes you.
Educate yourself on things that you care about. Why should you educate yourself? Because when you learn things and you apply them, that's the most important key here, right? I want to rephrase that. When you learn things and actually apply them, you create change in your life. When you were a kid, you had to learn how to crawl and you had to learn how to walk. And you learn how to run, right? You continue to educate yourself. You improve your skill set. Now as an adult, you have the freedom to pretty much travel and go wherever you want. Unless you're sitting in a jail cell listening to this, and then kudos to you for getting this in there. But when you're free, you can walk wherever you want, right? But it all comes back from your willingness to educate yourself on things you care about. And this is what I want you to understand, because as we get older, we kind of stray away from that. We educate ourselves on things that we think matter to a degree, but they're not necessarily things that we care about, so we don't pay as much attention. And I think that's the issue. When you're putting your time and energy into learning things that you don't have a passion for or that you don't truly care about, you're not paying as much attention. You're not giving it the effort that it deserves. And in the end, what happens is that your results are lackluster. The change or the impact that could have been made doesn't happen. And in the end, everybody loses. And I'm not saying that, you're a loser or that you do bad work. What I'm saying is that when you're doing something that you're not passionate about or that you don't care about, you don't give it the same effort. And you know that. You've been invited to jobs or situations that you didn't really want to be a part of, and you kind of just showed up and half-assed it, and then you got out and went on about your day. It happens. We're all guilty of it. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying, if you want to create the life that you really want, right? When you close your eyes and you imagine the place you want to be in life, that most elite version of yourself, sitting there, hanging out, doing the things, having the lifestyle, whatever it is. Because again, we've talked about how success is a perspective. The only way to get there is to continue educating yourself on what makes you happy. What do you care about? Because here's the thing, money's easy to make. That's a mindset thing. Once you kind of move out of your own way and realize that money is a product of the value we bring to the marketplace, you start to understand that continuing to educate yourself is what increases your value. Someone like Warren Buffett reads 6 hours a day because he wants to educate himself on the markets and the trends so that when he's watching, he knows what to look for. That's why he's one of the wealthiest men of all times. Because he continued to educate himself on things that he cared about. Why did he buy Coca-Cola? Because he knew that he could make small changes and that it would increase the profits, and ultimately it was something that would make a massive impact. He educated himself on the product, on the branding, on society's trends, what mattered to him, and in the end, he's winning because of it. So where do you need to be making those changes in your life? Where do you need to be educating yourself on the things that you care about so that you can be who you were really meant to be in this world? If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to go back and check out all the previous episodes. Make sure you subscribe and share this podcast with other like-minded, success-driven individuals who want to crush it. Check the show notes and grab your Crushing the Day swag over at crushingtheday.com. And remember, crush the day before it crushes you.
You gotta crush the day before it crushes you.